This is a mini lesson on modifiers, and this is a special type of error that people make. It's called a squinting modifier. It's a misplaced modifier, that's the general term, but this is a special case of misplaced modifier that we look at here. A squinting modifier is related to a dangling modifier. That is, it's a modifier that's out of place. What is a modifier? An adjective or adverb in English goes right next to the word that it describes or it modifies. They must always go next to the word. And if we don't put the modifier, the word or phrase, next to the word that it modifies, what happens is we get a weird sentence in English. So a squinting modifier. Here's an example. The mystery has been solved after 10 years of the missing portrait. Now, this phrase here, after 10 years, it could describe the mystery that hasn't been solved or finally has been solved, or it could be describing that the portrait's been missing for 10 years. It's a weird kind of, it can go either way. So we don't know really. It's an uncertain modifier would be another way that I would describe it. It's not clear. We need to rearrange the sentence so that it's clear what it's describing. Example, after 10 years, comma, the mystery of the portrait has been solved. So it was finally, the solution was it was solved after 10 years. Putting it in the correct spot makes it easy to understand the sentence. Here's an example for you to practice now. I've given you 3 examples here. Quickly go ahead and as I read them, try to solve them, maybe jot it down on a pen or at least in your head. Try to think of what is misplaced, what is uncertain, what could be arranged. Practice. Your salesman told me that there was no provision for replacing damaged merchandise in the contract. Your salesman told me that there was no provision for replacing damaged merchandise in the contract. Number 2, Jennifer sat waiting for her boyfriend to park the car in a slinky red dress with a plunging neckline. Jennifer sat waiting for her boyfriend to park the car in a slinky red dress with a plunging neckline. Number 3, Diane Arbus took pictures of subjects other photographers would not consider with her camera. Diane Arbus took pictures of subjects other photographers would not consider with her camera. Here are the answers. Your salesman told me there was no provision in the contract, was the phrase that had to be moved, for replacing damaged merchandise. It was the provision in the contract. That's where the modifier belongs. The second one, Jennifer was the one wearing the slinky red dress, not really her car. So we had it in the wrong spot in the earlier one. So in a slinky red dress goes next to the person that it modifies. Number 3, Diane Arbus took pictures of subjects with her camera. With her camera goes next to it. So a tip to remember to avoid these squinting modifiers or misplaced modifiers in general would be always put the modifier, that is the adjective or adverb phrase, next to the words that they modify or describe. For more help with this, you may see these websites here. They were quite helpful, and I would highly recommend them. All the best to you in your grammar study.